Hello and welcome to the new season of the STB Racing League. Welcome to season 18, a season that marks 7 years of the league here. And you join us for the Tier 1 Bahrain Grand Prix. Unfortunately, we're a little bit late into qualifying due to a few technical problems, but we are back now. As you know from the end of last season, we have unfortunately not got Riggsy with us this evening. But joining me in the combox this season, we have got a new commentator, and I'm ready to start this new journey, this new era of the league. I would like to welcome Bram to the commentary box. Bram, welcome to the
Thank you very much.
stream.
Thank you.
We've had a few issues, but yeah, who are we going to be looking out for in this qualifying session? Currently, Vitinha.
We will definitely.
Who are we going to be looking out for?
We will definitely be looking out for, of course, Bruno Will, the champion from last season. He will be a big favorite for this season. Vitinha on the top position right now with 24-3 is also looking quickly, and we have seen that EQR Biscuit, currently P11, has also been very quick in the time trials.
Definitely. So yes, Bram. Obviously, we've got 3 Tier 2 drivers. What did you? Sorry, I'm just checking that the stream is running smoothly. Sorry. We've got 3 Tier 2 drivers that have been promoted from. That have been promoted. Bruno Will goes P1. Been promoted. Kevin, Matty, and Dambos. You have raced against those 3. Who can we be looking out for here in Bahrain?
Well, we can definitely be looking out for Kevin. I think he's a very quick driver, and he definitely belongs in Tier 1. He will be quick at every race, and I expect him to be a strong points finisher every race. Dambos is very quick in the wet, also in the dry, consistent driver, and he will be decent. Matt, I expect him to be around the same pace as Dambos. At some tracks he's really quick, at others he struggles a bit. Today at Bahrain we will see.
Definitely. So currently Bruno Will is in P1, Ale Italia is in P3. Bram, what can we expect from strategy here in Bahrain as the drivers prepare for their final runs here in qualifying?
We see them all qualifying on soft. That's because the one stop from soft to hard is the best strategy around here. They will box around lap 6 to lap 8. Lap 6 will be quite a stretch on the hard to make it to the end, but the undercut is very big, especially if you're in a DRS train. So yeah, that will be the strategy.
Okay then.
We may see some outliers starting.
I'm just trying to see if the stream is working well. I don't really know if it's working. I don't really know. I don't know. People in the chat, if you could just tell me if it's working, Bram, you could just make sure, because
yes.
I'm a little bit well, scared really, as you was on the plan to stream to see. So yes, Kevin is currently P4 at the moment. Red Craggle is in P5. You said that softs to hards, Bram. I think it's buffering the stream. I'm not sure though. I don't know if it's.
I'll have a look.
I don't know. Yeah. So obviously we've got some very good lineups this season, Bram. But one driver that I don't actually think is going to be very active this far this season is FNT Dambos. He is currently still in the Alfa Romeo. He was in Alfa Romeo in Tier 2 last season. They've retained him for Tier 1. So that should be quite a nice thing for him, a little bit of consistency. But he's not very good having the same car, but he's currently P19. Let's see what we can do on this lap. Turn all the telemetry on so he's on an out lap. He's coming into the pit lane. I don't think that is good enough.
As Kevin is on a flying lap right now, he's half a tenth down on his time. Currently in P4 as we expected. Very quick driver coming up from Tier 2.
Kevin. Kevin is 2 temps up. Bram, if you could just check the screen for me just to see.
Yeah, it's good, it's good. I've checked. Okay. Kevin coming across the final corner here, what will he do? He might get up to P2. And he does get up to P3.
Only 4 thousandths of a second slower than Vitinha. He is on the pace here, but he will Hopefully have one time for another flying lap. Let's have a look at another driver.
Hamjam sets a purple middle sector, 1.5 tenths up on his time. That will put him P5. Yes, Hamjam.
Sorry, yeah, I'm getting a bit confused. I've been stream races for a while. A little bit of a, and yeah, he's made a mistake.
As
yeah,
he peels into the pits.
He's into the pit lane now. Hamjam's in the pits. George's on that lap. He's looking a favourite. Who else is on a lap now? It's very weird streaming. I haven't had to do this for a long time. Matt is down, but he's on a set of mediums. Bram. He's going for that alternate strategy here in Bahrain.
Yeah, the alternative strategy will be very powerful if you can stick in the DRS train so you can make the overtakes at the end of the race with the quicker tires. But it will be difficult to stick in the DRS because there's quite a big gap between the tires.
Definitely, around about a second, isn't it?
Yes, the gap between mediums and softs is 1.1 seconds.
But then Mercury's up in the first sector. A bit deep there in the hairpin. He's really struggling on this lap. He's not really getting, you know, that pace out of the car, and he's backed off a lap. It looks like he's going to go for another one.
Vitinho is starting a lap right now. And he's invalidated it. That will be it for Vitinho, except for if he has a lot of fuel in the car. He might be able to do another run. Kevin retires from
Look at
P3.
then, in his Renault. I think he's replacing FBI tonight, I believe. In that Renault.
Yeah, that is correct.
Let's have a look then.
Bruno Will also starting a lap. The pole sitter right now and the championship favorite.
Down in the first sector. Bruno Will's on a lap, so.
Yes. He comes through the first sector and is half a tenth up on his time. Purple first sector for him.
You can just see the corner speed that he's got compared to me. It's absolutely crazy. But coming around down here, this is a very hard corner. You know, you're turning and braking at the same time. Very easy to lock up. Got McLaren in the distance. Going to use an inside curve. Let the car roll round now in the final sector. It's going to be a 1:03. Not that very good compared to mine. 2 tenths off it was. See where this is going to put him. Well, it's going to put him P1, but is it going to be close to that 23 as we would expect from Bruno Will?
Ooh.
4.3.
That is a very quick time and that will be tough for the other drivers to beat.
Very tough.
As we see EQR Biscuit
Okay,
having a disappointing qualifying session so far. He's not up on his time by much and he locks up through the final corner. Let's see what he can do from P16.
this is going to be a 24, I think.
He does a 24.8.
Right then, Jamham in his Ferrari this season. He's struggling though. Yeah, at the moment. He's currently P12. Bram, is Vitinho on the lap?
Let's have a look. Yes, he is. He's coming round the final corner now. Locks up a tiny bit. Won't hinder him too much.
He was a 10th foot though.
Let's see what he can do. Stays P2, half a tenth between P1 and P2. He will be starting on the older tires as he's done another outlap on those tires.
Jamham's gone P7. And Wazza's backed off his lap. I think. Is that right? Yeah.
Sink Liam
Wazza's
is the
back-
final
Wazza's
one
back-
on a lap, I believe. Coming round the final
yeah,
corner
he's backed
now.
off it. He's backed off.
Oh yes, 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 true.
He's backed off there.
That is it.
Lane he comes. And that is not a strong showing for the Red Bull, 14th on the grid here in Bahrain. So that, Bram, is our grid then for the Bahrain Grand Prix. First is going to be Bruno Will. Second, going to be Fatinha. That is a Brazilian front row. It's a Brazilian 1-2-3 actually. Kevin's going to be in P3. Red Craggle. Bram is another driver that I'm really looking forward to seeing. He's going to start P4. And let me say this: Mercedes are the favourites once again for the Constructors' Championship. They've got Brunel and Red Craggle here as their lineup this season. It's a very, very strong lineup.
I agree.
would say maybe another one is possibly
Renault could challenge them.
Renault, mate. Yeah, Renault.
But I think, to be fair, Mercedes are looking clear favourite in that department.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, we're just waiting then for the Bruno Will to retire from qualifying here. Bram, if you could just keep an eye on the stream for me.
Yes.
It's a bit apprehensive. About the stream.
Yeah, everything looking good, mate.
Very good.
Let's look.
Okay then, your grid for the Bahrain Grand Prix is as follows. First is going to be Bruno Will. Second is going to be Fatinho. Third will be Kevin. It's a Brazilian 1-2-3 here in Bahrain. Fourth is Red Craggle. Fifth is Ali Italia. Sixth will be EQR Biscuit. Seventh, Jamham. Eighth, Hamjam. Ninth, Joel. He won't be happy with that qualifying. 10th is Eke. 11th is Stefanko. He'll have the first choice of fresh tyres, mediums, or maybe softs, whatever he chooses. 12th will be Mercury. 13th will be newly promoted FNT Danboss. 14th is Sync 90 Liam. 15th is Fira Bird. 16th will be Wazat. 17th will be VC. 18th will be Danny. That is disappointing from him there. 19th, I believe, was Matty.
Yes.
We'll see who was 20th in a moment. I was a bit...
Matty going for the alternate strategy in qualifying hasn't really worked out, as we can see. Starting P19 is not what he was looking for his Tier 1 debut.
Let's just quickly have a look then. Let's see who's in. Let's see the tyres as well. So yeah, Matty 19th and his Smurfing is 20th. Let's see if any of the guys outside the top 10 are going to start on softs. It wouldn't be a bad thing to do, but it also wouldn't be the right thing to do.
I predict there will be some guys going for the hards and going for the ultimate strategy and the race on mediums, but the mediums are of course quicker at the start and it will be difficult to stay in the DRS train with the hards.
Yeah, the DRS trains is definitely going to be something to think about. Obviously, long trains of drivers. It's going to be quite difficult for those that perhaps maybe haven't got the pace. When we get to that 3, Danny was saying this before the race. He was saying, you know, if you're not quick enough and you're going to lose time, you know, not in that DRS zone, 1 second, then you're just going to see the drivers go away in the distance, and that could well be a factor the drivers need to think about. But also another factor is anyone going to get Bruno Will off the start? He starts pole position once again. He didn't get it last season, and we have got some drivers actually opting for hards. Bram, from the start, it's VC and Danny, so they're going to be opting for the hard compound tyres. And I don't think anyone has actually started yet. I'm a little bit confused.
Yeah, they've not readied up yet, but they will.
That is very confusing, but they have now.
Yes, they have now. Let's have a look. Top 10, of course, obligated to start on the softs. We see the 3 guys at the back. Matty, P19, Danny, P18 and Vizzy, P17 opting for the hards, while we also see Liam in the sister Red Bull car also going for hards.
Yes. I mean, they'll be going very far in the Grand Prix, but I mean, they will be losing a lot of time because I think the gap between mediums and hards is around 6/10, I think. Something like that.
That is
so
true.
It's very difficult. But
if they...
sorry, I got a bit scared. It said spectate mode. Everyone watching, I've not streamed a Grand Prix for quite a long time, so I'm just getting into the gist of how it all works. As you can see, Bruno Will leads the formation lap Ram, followed by Fatinho. He's going to be right on the back of him. He is going to be wanting a very, very good start off that line.
Yes.
That clutch needs to be working in that Renault. I mean, last season it was not working for me in Tier 2, but hopefully Fatinho can try that and get that clutch working. Let's show the detail then. So
I'm seeing some interesting strategy here.
Very interesting, Matty Hards.
Yeah, I see the 3 guys at the back going for the hearts. Maybe if they can help each other, stay in each other's DRS, they can give each other a boost for the end of the race to get out of the pit stop close to the guys who started on mediums and overtake them at the end. That could be a big advantage for them.
Definitely predicted pit strategy then. It's a 2-stop strategy here, so that's what the game is opting for. But we all know
Yes.
that the strategy that you want to be running is going to be like 1-stopper, softs to hards, or medium to hards, or hard medium. So
True.
I think Stefanko's in a very good place at the moment. I'm about to call you Rigsy then. He's in a good position.
No
Stefanko.
problem.
He's in a good position. He's starting on a set of mediums. Mercury's got good pace. So when the softs drop off around that 5, 6, 7, then Stefanko, Mercury, Dan Bar, Sink, Liam maybe, those sort of drivers will be able to pick up the pieces from the wearing the softs. First then is Bruno Will. Here once again on the front row. Second is Fatinho. Third, Kevin. Going to be those Brazilian fans up in the grandstand. You can see you've got France, Singapore, got all the nations. But Brazilian fans here are going to be absolutely going wild here for their drivers. So then we're going to wait for the drivers then to pull up to the grid. Smurfing in 20 if he's going to hope for a good start. 3 hard runners.
Yes.
Who is going to win the Bahrain Grand Prix?
I am predicting a win for Vitinho.
Here we go then. I'm actually going, I don't even know, I'm going to say I'm not even going to jinx it. Anyway, we're going to wait for the lights then, Bram, for the Gulf Air Bahrain Grand Prix. We're waiting quite a while. Here we go then. It's 2 lights, it's 3 lights, it's 4 lights, it's 5 lights for the season 18 opener here in Bahrain, and lights out away we go.
Vitinho gets away well.
Yes, Alpha Kevin now is going to be alongside the Renaults. They come down into turn number 1. We've got some actually on in the pack now. We've got the 2 Renaults going side by side in down turn 1. We've got Kevin there, P3, and Kevin's on the inside of Vitinho, and Kevin has got the position. Kevin has got P2 that's looking at the back of the field. There's a bit of contact there at the back.
The McLaren going into the gravel.
We've got the McLaren thing, that's BC off the circuit there, and we've got a safety car.
Yes.
Safety car has been deployed. Danny has got a broken front wing.
Jules Thijs losing a lot of positions.
Yes, Brad. What did you see at the back there? Because I started it and BT was off the circuit.
There was a lot of 3 wide action into the first turn. I believe even a 4 wide action into turn 2 with a Williams going round the outside and almost taking out Jules Thijs, which lost him a lot of positions and maybe even a bit of his front wing. We'll have a look at that right now. The rest kept it quite clean. No, Jules Thijs has an intact front wing. He's got an intact front wing, no problem. But he's lost a lot of positions.
That is very good for Jordan. Down 17, that is not good for the McLaren.
Sink, Liam and Mercury will be very happy with their start. They've made up a lot of positions.
Yeah, 9th place for Mercury. He's picked up, I think,
3 places.
3 places off the start there, yeah. 3 places. That's a very good start for Williams. So happy with that.
Yes, as we see the big winners, the Smurfen, Mercury, Dambos and Liam on the hards, even though he's only gained 2. It's crucial he gets ahead of these guys on the hards. He had a collision under the safety car. Yes, collision under the safety car. That's unfortunate for him. Jules Thijs, the big loser here. Oh! Jules Thijs almost hit Eke going into the pits. And the racing points are double stacking. That will be not very good for Eke. Or for Waza.
You know, it's actually, I'm actually glad we got safety car because then we won't get confused with this glitching timing screen. That's good.
Yes, that's true. As we see Bruno Wills maintaining his lead.
And according to this, Mercury's in 2nd place. Great start for him.
I'm sure he would love to be. Unfortunately, he is not in 2nd place yet.
Well, he could well be leading. Well, I'm not going to say.
He is the lead medium runner though.
Yeah, we don't want to do any commentative curse this season. We want to keep it.
Yes.
Well, we're going to wait then for Danny to unglitch from P1. And we'll know the running order for the restart of the Bahrain Grand Prix. Bruno Will then is leading What a start that was from Kevin. Can we get into that, Brian? That was a great start from Kevin there.
Yes.
Getting Patino turn 3.
Yes, true. Yeah, I thought Vitinho got away well, but then he bogged down a bit in the second phase of the start, which enabled Kevin.
Ali Italia looked decent as well off the start. I think it was a long time.
Very true. Yes.
And then Kevin just got that. I think he braked a lot better on the brakes there.
Yes.
So he must be loving this.
Yeah, P2 on the official Tier 1 debut, even though he's been here before.
Yeah, he didn't give these sort of performances in Tier 1. I mean, he was qualifying around, 7th, 6th.
Yes, yes.
He's over the top 10. Now he's in, P2 podium position. So that is crazy here in Bahrain. So it looks like we're going to have another lap of
under the safety car.
Yeah. So
as the back of the
really
pack.
This is helping the soft runners. So they're going to be able to save their soft tyres. They're not going to go off as quickly.
Yes, that's very true.
That definitely makes the strategy a lot easier. The one stopper easier for these guys.
Yes, I will predict they will extend their stint by 1 lap. Bruno will looking up behind the safety car. That's a peculiar tire warming strategy, but the way the results he's getting, I think it works for him. As we see the back of the pack just catching up, Vizzy in the pit lane.
Yeah, VC has had an absolute shocking start to this race.
Yeah, McLaren, Zach Brown won't be happy with the start.
Joel's going to be fuming as well. Joel has been on pace all week. And he turns up to Bahrain and he has a cruising on that one. That is pretty sad news there for the McLaren.
As we also have seen Hamjam gaining 3 positions at the upper end of the field. That will also be big for his race.
Hamjam?
Yes, Hamjam has gained 3 positions.
I was trying to look for a Mercedes.
Now, the other Mercedes has had a terrible start. He's lost 4 positions. But Craig will not...
Yeah, Craig was not a very good start.
No.
Some midfield stuff, I don't know.
Yes.
He didn't have a very good start, but he's definitely got the pace to challenge those. It looks like the safety car could well be in this lap.
Let's have a look.
I'm not sure though.
Yes, it will be in.
Here we go then, Bram. Bruno Will's going to have to back this pack up. He's going to have to go, quite abruptly because Alpha Kevin's been right on the back of him. This is Kevin's opportunity now. Here in Bahrain, this is his opportunity. Take advantage of any poor restart from Bruno Will then. He's still warming up those tyres.
He's leaving it late, I think.
Very late. This is some flashbacks to Mugello in F1. But
and he's vaulting.
What a launch there from Bruno
Yes.
Will. Right, here we go. Kevin now needs to absolutely thump it. Overtake mode, DRS. Here we go.
Bruno Will goes defensive, weaving.
But Bruno Will is double moving here. That is very, very aggressive. We're going to look now down the back of the field. We've got Vitinho versus the Renault. We've got Ale Italia now on the inside. We've got Hamjam hitting the back of Ale Italia now as they come through the second corner. Side now.
Kevin is on the back of Bruno Will. He's very close.
Can't really see Bram. Turn into turn 4.
Woo. Bruno Will weaving on the straight to warm up his tires.
Wow. Crazy scenes there. That's a great start. Great restart there from Hamjam. He's been a P3.
Yes, very good moves from him. Vitinho not having the start he wanted, not having the first few laps he was hoping for. He was looking to get ahead of Bruno Will, but he's now stuck behind his teammate Hamjam and Alpha Kevin.
Yeah, he really got caught napping off the start there, Vitinho.
As we already see Bruno Will pulling a gap, he's already more than a second ahead of Kevin, who is also more than a second ahead of Hamjam. It will be good to see them getting closer to each other, if they can.
Yes, definitely. We're going to have to wait for the DRS though, I think, for any real overtakes to take place.
Yes, that is true. Dambos on the back of Mercury.
Jamham looks to be looking quite strong. Let's get the telemetry up. I don't know why that wasn't on before, but... Yeah, so now it's just going to be a case of following the drivers along and just seeing what's going to take place here.
We see Williams having a look on the inside of the Red Bull. He's going for it. Down the inside goes Firebird. He hasn't made it stick, but he's still on the back. He's going for it into turn 4.
A lot of overtake for Am as they come through turn 4 now.
Keeping it clean down the inside, and I think Liam is keeping it side by side, and they still go side by side through the second sector. And Farah Bird has got the position, I think. Yes, he has made the move. He is now 2 seconds behind Stefanko, so he will be wanting to catch up ASAP. As he looks up.
Been looking pretty strong. They get hit at the back there by Matt. There's a big train going on now. Big train going on.
Yes, that is true. Kevin losing time to Bruno Will, almost 2 seconds as Hamjam has edged into his DRS. Bruno Will already pulling away. He's stamping his dominance on season 18 already, the same dominance he showed in season 17.
Yeah, definitely. I was expecting Joel to be up there, but yeah, Joel's just not really.
Red Craigle is on the back of EQR Biscuit. I think he's going for the move. They're going side by side on the straight.
Yeah, side by side down the straight. There you go. Look at that. What a move.
Using a lot of ERS to get the move done. And EQR Biscuit going for the switchback. Oh! Yeah, he's off, but not completely. Mercury takes profit of that and gets past EQR Biscuit as well.
Oh, but Mercury's gone a bit wide there. Oh, and he's on. Mercury's on the curb.
But he manages to keep Biscuit behind.
Joel then, 16th at the moment, so he's making some progress through the field, but it's not quick. And the Red Bull's up the inside, down the side of Matty. Matty turns in a bit there. Matty's doing shocking at the moment. No shade, he's doing shocking right now.
I have to agree with you. He hasn't had a stellar performance yet.
No shade, Matt.
No shade.
20th for the racing.
As we see the cars from P12 up until P20 all opening the DRS on the back straight. They are very close to each other, even though most of them are on different tires.
Absolutely crazy. Right, Mercury then, he's actually out of DRS from Bradley, so he's going to be under threat now.
Bruno Will.
DRS down the straight.
Bruno Will already 3.5 seconds ahead. Unbelievable. Have a look at the front.
Echo's got the move done on Firat. Joel's got the move done on Dismurfing, and there's been a spin.
Think Liam is off the track.
Joel kicking off. Danny's up the inside of Matty now. That's gonna be a collision. Yeah, they've made contact there. Still kicking off at the back end here, isn't it?
Yeah, and they are starting to create some gaps because of the side-by-side action. Think Liam and the whole Red Bull team won't be happy with how the start of the Bahrain Grand Prix has gone. He's already picked up a penalty and he is in P20. Christian Horner will not be enjoying his days. As we see the top 7 very close to each other. Mercury staying crucially within DRS.
Got pace, you know. He's got decent pace.
He is looking strong here. He's in the DRS on the medium tires. He might be an outsider for a podium here, if you can keep up this pace.
Bruno Will absolutely dominating this one for the moment. Kevin, put his going to pit lane then. He's going to be really under threat now. Aliatali's actually in the pits.
Yes, as we see,
that undercut.
we see the pit window for the soft runner slowly opening. Aliatalia making a very smart move in my opinion, going for the undercut.
Yeah, lap 7, so it's not too far into the Grand Prix where it's not too early, sorry, but the cars are going to go off later on.
Yes, he will make it to the end.
Yeah.
That is true.
They'll have clean air as well.
The Smurfen also has gone into the pits. Let's have a look what they will be doing and where they will be at the next lap. I'll stay on board with them. Five seconds ahead is Bruno Will already.
Always 4 tenths behind Per. Let's have a look at this from the DRS. Per's got DRS on Eke. I know Geordie's in the DRS frame, but I mean, with his pace that he was showing, I'd expect him to be further up.
As we have a look, Bruno Will decides to continue for another lap. He of course has the caution to go for the overcut and save his tires at the end of the race. As nobody has gone into the pits, this will play into the hands of Ale Italia. He will get a big undercut here, but he of course will struggle at the end of the race.
Yeah, well, I mean, track position is still quite important, especially when, you know, you've got a bit of a battle going on here. Eke looks like he's span on his left.
That is unfortunate. Yes.
Thought he spun then, but there's a bit of contact going on, but... Oh, Jules nearly at the back of Vera Bird. Very late on the brakes there from the McLaren. But yeah, really starting to kick in for the McLaren. You can see the end racism on the front of the car. On the halo rather. Right then. So, Riggsy, not Riggsy, Graham. Sorry. That's going to happen a lot of times this season. Mercury then. This is where his cars are really going to be coming into fruition now. He's on a set of mediums, obviously, the leading medium runner. He's going to be on the pace at the moment against these soft runners, and they're all heading into the pits.
That is true, as I've sent Eke and he tried to get back in. Let's have a look then where Ale Italia will come out. He is looking. He will come out ahead of Hamjam. It will be close and he's got the position, yes. He's gained about 2 seconds, I would say.
Yeah, that's a good strategy there. And it looks like there's some side-by-side action between Kevin and Liam. Liam tried to have a look there.
Good strategical decision.
And Jamhammer looks like he's got a lot of time in the pit.
Is Eke back in?
I'm not sure. No, he's not.
Yeah.
7 seconds between Bruno, Well and Fatinho. This is...
Yeah, he's already a straight ahead.
Absolutely crazy.
Coutinho also pulling out of the DRS of Red Craigle.
I swear the gap. Wait there. Mercury's got slipstream on Red Craigle. Mercury. I don't want to say anything, but I'm sorry. Mercury has got some very decent pace.
Yes, he's looking very good. He's 2 tenths behind Red Craigle here. But Red Craigle pulls into the pits.
Bruno Will's going very long on them top.
Yes, but he can. He's 10 seconds ahead. He doesn't have to worry.
Yeah.
Alpha Kevin very close to Hamjam, looking to make a move.
Oh, Matty's hit the back of BC! Oh, Watford! Refrain from that, I'm sorry. BC then. Yeah, I think Matt just outbroke himself and just missed his braking point and just hit the back of the McLaren.
I'm sure, as Hamjam is very close. Oh, Kevin has overtaken Hamjam here. This is big. Podium position is up for Kevin here.
Fatinho, and then you got Jamham following. On Fatinho, is he going to go for a move? No.
They're in the middle sector right now. This is not a good overtaking spot, and also not a spot where you want to get really close. The dirty air is really kicking in, as we can see.
You don't really want to be, you know, you're on a driver that's got DRS in the world as well.
No, that's true. Vizzy is behind Danny, the closest one on track except for Vitinho and Hamjam. I think Vizzy will be looking to make a move on him. He's got a good exit out of the final corner. He's enabling the overtake. I think Danny is also using a lot of overtake. Danny goes defensive. Vizzy and Danny. He blasts past on the straight. Then he keeps it down the inside. Goes for the switchback in turn 2. Vizzy is ahead, but can he stay ahead into turn 4? And he enables the overtake. Goes down the inside. Goes very deep, and Vizzy gets the position.
That was decent battling right there from the two.
Yes,
that was decent.
That was very good racing.
Dan Boss is looking pretty quick behind Mercury.
Yeah, they need to help each other to get close to the hard runners and make the overtakes at the end of the race. They're in good shape here. Frankel also not too far behind. Bruno Will behind Matty here. We've seen that before last season at Abu Dhabi, and that didn't end well.
In Abu Dhabi. We've seen that.
I'm sure he will be cautious, as every driver should be. 3/10 is the gap, locks up to the penultimate corner. Matty of course has DRS on Danny, so it will be difficult to make a move. He's on 90. Mercury goes for the undercut as Dan Bos has picked up a penalty that will not help him in the end of the race.
Franco's in as well, so this is great news. Then Bruno Will, he's right on the back of Matty now.
It's enabling the overtake.
Problems for the Brazilian. He could do like I did in Abu. No, Bruno Will come up the way there. Right now, you know what? I don't want to repeat of 3 weeks ago. I'm going to overtake you now. Goodbye. Bruno Will P5 now.
That's Eke.
See where Mercury's fizzled out in came out in P14.
Yeah.
So
he is
lost time, but not too much time. He's going to gain a lot of time though for these 3 drivers here. Again.
no problem, no problem.
I don't know why I keep doing it. Riggsy, if you're watching this, always in our hearts.
Always.
P10
always.
Then. Oh, and Matt's gone off the circuit! What a bad ride.
Can't disagree there.
He's gone off the circuit. He's on the desert now. He's on the stand. He's letting everyone through. It's been a disastrous race for the Alpha Tauri. Absolute disaster.
Yeah, that is not a good start for him in Tier 1.
They say Brown, the number 13, is an unlucky number, but it's definitely unlucky for Matt.
Unlucky for some. As he looks up, he's definitely lost a piece of his front wing, as we can see from his driving there.
Yeah, he's got a penalty as well. Yeah,
as we see Bruno Will very close behind Danny. He's trying to make a move on the straight, not using his ERS. What a smart driver. He will be passed and up into the lead as Dan Bos peels into the pits. Bruno Will has regained his lead.
Right then, let's see this battle here. Here we go. Round the outside goes Patino. This is really helping Mercury's chances here. Oh, there's been a spin. No, slide spin there. Patino's lost it there side by side now with Biscuits as they come down to turn 4. And Mercury looks like he's gaining some time on these. So there you go. This is looking very good for the Williams.
Yes. Yeah, he's been a surprise so far. He's at good pace, kept up with the soft runners, and it puts himself in a very good position. Very close behind the podium contenders here on fresher tires. Of course, he will have to make a couple of moves.
This hasn't been a bad race, to be honest.
Yeah, definitely. He's also managed to put a car behind himself and Dan Bos.
Aliatali is on hard.
Yes.
Oh yeah, Aliatali hit, didn't he?
Yeah, he went for a big undercut and has put himself into a P2, net P2 position here.
I didn't even realise. We've been so engrossed in this battle here between Coutinho, Biscuit, and Kevin. But you know, we haven't really been able to see what Aliatelli's been doing. Bruno will sets another quickest lap there, 129 dead.
As Vizzy is on the back of Danny, very close into turn 1, might have a look into turn 4. That's a good line through turn 1. Doesn't decide to enable the overtake. I think.
DRS again, Brown.
Yes. I think they are trying to help each other as he looks up and goes a bit wide. Coutinho once again close to Biscuit. They are in a train. It will be tough for them to overtake, except for Mercury because he's on fresher tires.
It really worked out for Mercury.
Yes, this has been a very good race from him so far. Definitely.
He's gonna be buzzing. He is gonna be buzzing in that cockpit right now. Yes, he's in P10, but he's on for a potential. Well, he's on for points.
Stefanko is also 3/10 behind Liam, who's on 13 lap older parts than him. He will be looking to get past as quickly as. Yes, he's had a spin in the opening few laps that won't help his race. Yes, that's why. Yes. Halfway through the race, Vizzy has overtaken Danny, as I think they're just trying to help each other here. Stefanko going down the inside of Liam into the final corner, and he's made to move stick. Let's have a look if Liam tries to go back. No, he peels into the pits to make his first pit stop.
We missed that.
No problem.
Not really a battle that we really want to be. Well, we don't want to see it, but it's not really a battle that we're concentrating on at the moment.
No.
Coutinho's got a penalty.
Ooh, that will be big. That will be big at the end.
Obviously, we don't know how many seconds he's actually got altogether.
No.
But
No.
yeah, drivers actually keeping it quite clean. Right.
Mercury really close to Vitinho, 2/10 behind him. He needs to make the moves very quickly because at the end of the race the tire advantage will be neutralized a bit.
Yeah.
And of course he has a lot of positions to make up. As Biscuit goes wide into the hairpin.
Gone wide a bit there. We've seen that from Mercury's perspective.
Vitinho doesn't enable his overtake, and he decides to stay behind.
Yeah, he doesn't really have to though, does he? He can use the slipstream from Biscuit and
Yes, that's true. I think, of course, with this penalty, he's fairly happy with where he is, and he keeps it realistic.
Kevin looks to have a decent pace on the hard.
Vizzy once again close to Danny. Still not going into the pits, as Vizzy does decide to go into the
This
pits.
is going to be undercut for Vizzy.
Yes. I think he's going on to the medium tires once again. That would be the smartest strategy for him. As he does.
Well, yeah, I think he's on that one.
As there's a close battle. Biscuit and Vitinho going side by side. Vitinho stays behind. Italia overtaking DJ Danny as we have a yellow flag. It is Matty who's DNF from the session.
Biscuit, here we go. Mercury's gone a bit sideways around turn 4. Now Coutinho has got the overtake done on Biscuit. He's up in P7.
Good move.
Right, Mercury's under pressure now, Riggsy. Brad. I've called you Riggsy 4 times.
No problem. No.
So it's gonna take me a bit of a.
It's of course the start of a new era, you know.
Yeah.
You've been so used to Rixie.
Yeah, sorry about that. Sorry, viewers. Red Craggle then. Sorry.
Goes a bit wide.
10 now. Going a bit wide, Jen. It's going to give Dan Boss the opportunity now to try and get closer to him.
I don't think Dan Boss will dare it into the inside here, but he might try to make a move.
Gave Mercury some breathing space.
Yes. Dan Boss quite low on ERS. As Red Craigle decides to use a bit of his ERS and has 20% more ERS than Dambos. As we see Kevin very close to Italia, who's going side by side with Danny here. Kevin tries to go for the move on the inside of turn 1, but is too early on the brakes. Italia goes a bit
Danny
wide.
there, very late on the brakes.
Kevin goes for the switchback. He's on the back of Alitalia. He's had to back off a bit, which compromises his run into turn 4. Alitalia low on ERS. Kevin goes down the inside. And he's up into P2.
This is the P2, this is the P2, side by side.
Side by side. Keep it clean, guys.
Right, this is helping Hamjam. This is going to help Hamjam.
As Alitalia maintains the position here. And Jam also very close to Danny.
Danny needs to get out of the way.
Danny is compromising himself here. I don't know why he's not going on to do. He might try to go on to the softs. And then go maybe for the fastest lap.
He hasn't really got the pace to challenge.
No.
Sort of position, but he's really starting now to slow down.
Yeah, he's creating a big train behind of 8 cars stuck in each other's DRS as Hamjam goes for the move on Danny. He's down the inside. Danny doesn't decide to defend it.
Oh, Patino's gone very deep.
Almost into the back of Danny.
Yeah.
Enables the overtake, enables the DRS. Danny, of course. Danny seems to have good straight line speed, and he also seems to make a move
here
on
we go,
Hamjam.
Patino, double overtake.
Down the inside.
Here we go, down the straight, up the inside, where he's going.
Danny has a good line through turn 2. Enables the overtake. I think that's to defend though. Although Coutinho goes defensive, Danny goes round the outside.
Well, I don't get what Danny's doing. He's actually trying to battle.
Well,
he's got a pick.
He's entitled to battle.
Yeah, but he's compromising.
As he goes very slowly through there, and the Hamjam has picked up the position.
Round the outside, one of them.
As Jamham also goes side by side. It's all kicking off here. Now Biscuit is the next one to try to get past Danny, and I think Danny has made a bit of a strategical error staying out for so long. He's getting past left, right and center. Goes defensive. Little bit of a lap tap from EQR Biscuit as he gets a switchback and gets past. Although they're still side by side, Danny having to lift off through the fast right-hander. He makes contact with EQR Biscuit on the left front wheel, but they don't spin, and Mercury gets past as well. This is critical conditions for Danny here. He needs to get rid of these tires. He is just too slow. Danny.
Here we go again. The double moving down the straight, that could be dangerous.
As Danny finally.
Right, Kevin's back on Ale. Kevin's back on Ale Italia now.
Ooh. As Dambos retires from the session.
Dambos is out. What's happened to Dambos?
He is in the pits. He has given up. Yeah, is in the pits.
That's why he was running in a good position, weren't he?
Yeah, he had a lot of penalties though. I'm not too sure how many, but
Oh wait, there, Mercury ran the outside of Mercedes.
Come on, Mercury. As EQR Biscuit crucially doesn't have DRS on the car ahead, which will make the move easier for Mercury. Red Craigle also very close behind.
Oh, side by side, Julian Craggle. Ran that outside goes off the circuit there. Still side by side, Bram. Down the straight.
Oh, they're battling it out. Kevin enables the overtake, DRS, Italia goes defensive, Kevin decides to take the outside line, and I think he's got past Italia here. Yes, he's blasted past on the straight, and Italia cannot contend by braking late. He's also too far behind to make a move into turn 4.
Oh, and Merkel's got the job done on Biscuit, up the inside of turn 1.
Goes defensive, and he's got the move done. He's got some good straight line speed here as well. Now, yes, but now the gap is 2 seconds to the car ahead. He has to make up some time as he locks up into the slow right-hander, as does EQR Biscuit, which means he cannot make a move.
It really hasn't been the start to the season that Alpha Tauri would have wanted.
No.
Definitely for Hamjam. E5 at the moment. Got them. Is Mercury going to catch this P7 gap?
I don't think so, to be honest. I don't think so. They've all... Actually, Hamjam and Jamham don't have DRS on the cars ahead. He might be able to.
Aliata's got DRS on Kevin.
He might be a bit too far behind, but he might be able to go for it into turn 4.
I don't think it's going to be close enough for turn 1.
Yep.
Action going on here. Mercury goes defensive to Biscuit. It's going to slow him down.
Vitinho has also caught up to the battle for P2. They're all quite similar on ERS. Vitinho has maybe got a bit less, and they're going back and forth as Danny picks up the fastest lap, but it won't matter because he's not inside of the top 10. Jules Thijs
Side by side, Biscuit and Joel.
gets past Biscuit. So far Mercury has not closed the gap down to Jamham, and I think he won't be able to. 2.4 is a big task for him.
Coutinho then. I think he's in the best position at the moment. He has got a penalty, so maybe not.
Jules Thijs also on fresher hards compared to the rest of the field. He is close behind Mercury, and with some good teamwork they might be able to catch up to Jamham in P6. Vitinho getting very close to Aliatalia. Looks up to the final corner. Saves some ERS. Aliatalia enables the overtake, but Kevin does not defend. Aliatalia gets close, but just not close enough.
Both Renaults battling there. What a move.
Good move from Vitinho, late braking move down the inside. Aliatalia gave him enough respect, and I think Cyril will be happy with that. Aliatalia not using the outside of the track into turn 4. That is interesting. He's not really track extending.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's cheating.
No, maximizing the track angle. That's what I was looking for.
Aliatalia then, I think his tyres are going to be going off quite dramatically now. 2 laps.
Yes.
Older, so.
As Hamjam also closing up to the back of Aliatalia here. 1.1 seconds is the gap. With a bit of tyre wear at the end of the race, he might be able to go for a move on with his 2-lap fresher hard tyres. Jules Thijs has overtaken Mercury and is now within 2 seconds of Jamham as they get a bit closer. Well, it's 5 laps to the end here, and Bruno Will has pulled out a massive gap. 13 seconds to Alpha Kevin in P2, who has really impressed on his debut here so far. He's just too good, isn't he?
Kevin's done a really good job, you know, but Aliatalia is going to close in. Sorry, Vitinho's going to close in, sorry.
Vitinho down the inside, goes wide.
Oh, and he's locked that up. He has locked it.
And Aliatalia might be able to get a move on his teammate here. They are side by side. Still side by side.
Right there from Vitinho.
As Aliatalia concedes the position, as he probably keeps in mind the penalty that Vitinho has. But crucially, Kevin is now out of the DRS of Vitinho and is looking good for P2 all of a sudden.
I mean, Hamjam's looking good for the podium, yeah.
Yes, he's caught up to Aliatalia, but within the second. And also, Jules Thijs is making up time to Jamham in P6. The gap is now 1.5 seconds. As there's a little bit of a DRS train going on from P7 to P11.
Yeah, very close.
As Danny has gone off the track at the back of the field. He's made a mistake on his soft, or he's probably lost a bit of his front wing.
He's got a broken front wing as well.
Yes, yes, he's made contact with the Smurfen or RCX Waza.
But he has got fastest lap, so
That's something that will cheer him up. As Jules almost into the DRS of Jaman, he's looking quick here, making up for the lost time in lap 1. Mercury also close behind, and Vitinho has got back into the DRS of Kevin. The gap is now 6/10. He's done well here, Vitinho, to get back in.
this is going to be a great end to the race, you know. I think
Yes.
this could be an incredible end to Bahrain Grand
That is very true.
because Kevin and Vitinho are going to be battling. That's going to help Ali Italia. That's then going to help Hamjam. Takes free yellow flag.
As Danny decides to retire from the session on the pit entry. He has not peeled into the pits. That might cause a VSC, but nah, no.
Not them. Kevin. Yeah, I mean, Bruno Will's won this race. We can, you know, confirm
Yes,
that.
yes, we can.
But we can't actually confirm he's going to be on podium. We don't know what's going to happen. These guys can be battling.
Yes.
Kevin, it's going to help Ali Italia, it's going to help Hamjam, it's going to, you know, it's going to help all these guys to close in.
Vitinho has
Looking
nothing
pretty
to
quick as
lose
well.
with this penalty here. I think he will be going for it quite soon and try his best to pull away. It's the only option he's got as Kevin goes defensive. Vitinho decides not to use the overtake. Now he does. Very low on ERS. Decides to go for the move down the inside, late braking, locks up.
He's gone for it. He hasn't locked up this time.
Oh, Kevin keeps
And
it
he's
around the
pushed
outside.
Kevin off the circuit there. Side by
Still
side.
side by side. Vitinho crucially gets the DRS. Kevin gets ahead.
Kevin late on the brake, side by side with Vitinho.
As Vitinho gets past, they are still side by side going into the second sector.
Great traction from Kevin there at turn. At turn 4.
As we also see Jules Thijs getting past Jamham here, Mercury will be looking to do the same as soon as possible to go after the slow guys getting held up by Ali Italia slightly. Of course they're not too slow. We see Vitinho going very defensive down the back straight.
Right, all Kevin has to do is stay in his DRS.
Yes.
He's got way more ERS. He's going to have to be able to use that to his advantage.
Yes. Yeah, as I said, Vitinho has nothing to lose. So he went for the
He's
move.
got a penalty.
Yes, exactly. As we still see a bit of a DRS train. Stefanko has checked out of the DRS train. He didn't have the pace to keep up. Biscuit. Yeah.
Vitinho, very, very defensive.
Red Craigle quite close to Ikura Biscuit, who has been, I have to say, disappointing on his debut here. We were expecting big things from him, as he was very quick in the Bahrain time trial. P9,
Yeah.
of course, is a nice result, but we're expecting a bit more from him.
Yeah, I don't really expect him to hit the back end of the top 10. We expect him to be, you know, around Vitinho and Kevin and Hamjam. Then we'll have to see what is going to take place now then.
As we are
Joel is catching. He's not catching quick enough for, you know, a decent...
I don't think he will be able to catch up.
Unless there's like a massive sort of like...
Yeah, unless Ale Italia's tires really go off. That will be a chance for Jules to get close, but I don't think. And Mercury also... Ooh. He's close to Hamjam as Hamjam locks up.
I mean, he's got his DRS. I mean, he's got the DRS.
Yes. Yes, Hamjam now out of DRS of Jules Thijs, which means it will be an easier move for Mercury. As we've got 2 laps to go in this race. Italia close to Kevin. They are on the same level of ERS. But I'm sure Vitinho will try to help his temporary. No, it's a reserve driver, so they probably won't have a lot of communication together. EQR Biscuit close to Mercury, but not close enough to make a move into turn 4. As we see Farah Bird going side by side with Vizzy into turn 4 at the back of the pack, goes down the inside, brakes later than Vizzy and gets move done.
Decent. You haven't actually seen any much of Farah Bird in those races.
As we also see P14, 15 and 16 going 3, no not 3 wide, but side by side. Waza going down the inside of the Smurfen, then he Liam brakes late, hits them both with his front wing. Waza gets a move done on the Smurfen. I wouldn't be surprised if Liam has lost a bit of his front wing there. He plowed it into the back of the...
I mean, guys, be very quick on the back of these. On those mediums.
As we see Aleatalia keeping up nicely with Kevin, who has dropped out of Vitinho's ERS.
I didn't even realise. Is that 29 Bram? It's the final round of the race.
Yes.
The lap of the race.
As Bruno Will has got a massive gap ahead.
Well, here we go. Mercury's got Jim on Jamham.
Goes down the inside.
To the inside.
And it's a class move.
Straightforward move there.
But Hamjam will have the DRS into turn. As the Renault is off, Vitinho is off the track. He has spun it on the final lap in turn 2.
What happened? Oh, well, we didn't see. I didn't see Vitinho.
He spun in turn 2. There was no contact, he spun on his own. That was unfortunate for the Renault driver.
What's he spinning for?
Yeah. The pressure, no, he was trying to pull away. And he's just made a mistake there. And that's the difference that can separate the Bruno wheels from the very quick drivers like Vitinho.
Bram, Mercury could be under pressure here.
And Bruno will coming around the final corner. Absolutely amazing race from him.
And they come around the final corner
to win
the Bahrain Grand Prix. What a result there, but this is not over yet.
As Mercury has remained ahead of Jamham, goes defensive. Jamham getting closer. EQR Biscuit also getting close, not close enough to make a move. And that will be the end of their race.
Mercury P6.
Nice one. Jules Thijs also good recovery.
I reckon that's a great result from Mercury there. P7 Jamham, 8th Biscuit, 9th Ragwaggle, 10th Stefanko. Vitinho didn't actually get any points in the end then.
The Smurfen and Liam having a very nasty battle here, both losing a bit of their front wing and hitting each other at the back. It's gone wide.
Oh.
It's got a puncture. The Smurfen has punctured his hard tire. That's why they had contact. In the end, it didn't really matter. It's lost him 1 position. Right, Maddie, who are we voting for driver of the day?
Bruno, well, I think. Dominic is black.
Yeah, you can't go past him, but also Jules Thijs being P18 after lap 1, recovering to P5 is a very, very good race from him.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it was a decent race there from George. I think he definitely would have wanted to not be involved in a collision, but Bruno will.
Yes, Bruno will is very dominant.
He's dancing on the podium.
Yes. Yeah, you can't look past Bruno Will for driver of the day. If a driver wins by 20 seconds, that will be the driver of the day.
Kevin P2 though on his TR1 full-time debut.
Yes, Aleatalia also impressing in P3. Surprising that.
4th is Hamjam. Bram, if you'd like to take us through from 5th, while I get the podium finishes in the party.
Thijs getting a good recovery from P18 after lap 1 into P5. Mercury P6, very good race from him, very strong race pace and a well-driven race, nice overtake. Jamham won't be too happy with his P7. He started P7, hasn't lost a position. He will be alright with it. Biscuit, a bit disappointing, we expected more from him. but we will see in the future if we can see more for him. Bert Kregel had a very bad start and that has cost him in the race. P9 for him. Stefanko on the alternate strategy, P10. Vitinho lost it on the last lap, P11. Vizzy P12. Farrowbird P13. Liam with a Liam P14. The Smurfen with a puncture P15 and Waza finishes P16. Final of
he went very long, didn't he, on those tires? I think 20 laps I saw, 20 laps on the
yes,
hards.
20 laps on the hard tires. That is correct.
That is right. I don't think the drivers can actually come in for an interview because I don't think they can speak English very well. Obviously, being from Brazil, but I'm sure they're very happy with their results here. We'll try and get Hamjam in, who I believe was P4. See if he can answer any questions. And if not, then we can wrap things up here in Bahrain, Bram. It was a very, very enjoyable
Grand Prix, definitely.
I mean, it was, yeah. It was one of them races where we just had action everywhere, and what a result from LRS Mercury P6 for him as well.
Yes.
But anyway, yes, Bram. I don't think anyone is joining him, so we'll have to just give double interviews in qualifying next week. But Bram, thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining me in the com box this evening. Well done to your podium finishers. Bruno, Will, Kevin and Ali Italia taking those hards, I believe, 17, 18 laps. So that concludes your Tier 1 Bahrain Grand Prix. Join JRT Matty and DPT Paul tomorrow for the Tier 2 Bahrain Grand Prix, where you'll be able to see me and Bram out on track. But until next time, until next week's Chinese Grand Prix, have a great week and we'll see you next time.
Yes.